Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 Mission Impossible scenes. For this list, we're looking at the most enthralling, tense, and death-defying moments from the first 7 Mission Impossible movies. This mission, should you choose to accept it, comes with spoilers all the way up to and including Dead Reckoning Part 1. Which Mission Impossible moment had you in complete disbelief? Let us know in the comments. Hey Mojoholics! For a chance to win cash prizes, play our live daily trivia challenges every day at 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern only at WatchMojo.com/play. Number 20. Motorcycle Chase, Mission Impossible 2. This Mission Impossible sequel has Ethan Hunt looking to destroy a genetically created disease called Chimera. After Hunt successfully disguises himself to retrieve the antivirus, you'd think the mission would be over, but Hunt soon finds himself in quite some trouble as villain Sean Ambrose pursues him. The resulting action from the ensuing motorcycle chase is intense enough as we see them speed and swerve around other cars, shoot guns, and even go off the road. But it's Hunt and Ambrose running into each other that really makes the scene stand out. It's director John Woo at his craziest. Number 19. Abu Dhabi Airport Heist, Mission Impossible, Dead Reckoning Part 1.
Snapshot, Overwatch, I have him.
We want to see Hunt's team succeed on every mission, but it certainly ups the ante when nothing goes according to plan. The mission seems simple enough as Hunt tracks down a holder with the other half of a key. That is until Haley Atwell's Grace pickpockets the MacGuffin. If that's not enough to complicate the mission, community agents and the villainous Gabriel are hot on Hunt's trail while Benji attempts to defuse a bomb. As chaotic as this sounds, Hunt and Grace still overflow the screen with cheeky chemistry as the clock counts down. Although Grace is the only player who truly comes out on top, Benji manages to avert an explosive crisis while Hunt stages one of his signature getaways. Number 18. Rabbit Foot Interrogation, Mission Impossible 3.
Quiet.
This scene from the third Mission Impossible movie gives viewers a glimpse of Hunt's moral complexity. After his protege Lindsay Ferris is killed with an explosive device that's been implanted in her head, Hunt captures arms dealer Owen Davian.
And you're gonna tell us everything. Every buyer you've worked with, every organization.
Following an unsuccessful verbal interrogation during which Hunt attempts to discover Davian's future plans involving the rabbit's foot, Hunt hangs the baddie out of a plane as a threat in the hopes that he'll talk.
What is a rabbit's foot?
It is riveting and has viewers holding their breath as we wonder just how far the hero will go to get information.
What I'm selling and who I'm selling to is the last thing you should be concerned about.
Number 17. Parking Garage Showdown, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
May there be peace on Earth.
As solid as the original trilogy is, Ghost Protocol breathed new life into the franchise. This is largely thanks to director Brad Bird, who injected a playful sense of humor without skimping on the nail-biting suspense. The climax is a prime example, with Hunt and Hendricks squaring off in a multi-level parking garage, which the filmmakers spent half a year constructing. Adding literal layers to the action, the setting is put to impeccable use as a cornered Hendricks sacrifices himself to ensure victory. Hunt makes a daring plunge to reach the launch device, but not before buckling his seatbelt. Safety first? Just when it appears the mission is officially accomplished, a pesky technical error keeps us on edge until the very last second. Number 16. Jack's Death, Mission Impossible. The setup of this scene leads viewers to believe that the IMF team will successfully break into the American embassy in Prague and prevent the IMF non-official cover list from being stolen. However, they're too late and become victims of traps that were previously set for the team. As the members are killed off, well, not Hunt, of course, viewers are shocked and saddened. Jack Harmon's impaling is particularly difficult to watch. Scenes like this are rare for action movies, and as such, the moment establishes the unpredictability of the rest of the franchise.
This is Ethan Hunt. They're dead.
What? Who's dead?
My team is dead!
Number 15, Bathroom Beatdown, Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible is famous for its larger-than-life set pieces. Yet this scaled-down fight manages to pack one of the hardest punches. A trip to the bathroom takes a savage turn as Hunt and Henry Cavill's Walker confront a target. This role almost went to a big-name actor, but they didn't meet the physical requirements. Stuntman Liang Yang thus stepped up, more than holding his own in a confrontation that starts with quiet tension before escalating into an all-out brawl. The choreography turns an everyday setting into a war zone, demonstrating just how lethal a sink pipe can be. The sound design also makes us feel every bruise, cut, and gunshot. Ilsa pulls off a surprise rescue, but there's still a bloody mess to clean up.
Can you still make a mask?
I need a face to make a mask.
Number 14, Prison Break, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. This opening scene finds Hunt inside a Moscow prison as he escapes along with his source, Bogdan.
Let's give you a few friends to play with.
As the IMF opens the doors to extract him, the other inmates burst out of their cells and join in fighting the guards. This setup results in a scene with tons of great choreography and prepares viewers for the intense action presented throughout Ghost Protocol. If you like to watch people battle it out and you're into prison escapes, this scene and this movie are definitely for you. Number 13, Handcuffed in Rome, Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. While still maintaining the Mission Impossible spirit, this chase possesses the ingenuity of a silent comedy worthy of Chaplin or Keaton.
People are chasing us.
Yes, they are. You're driving.
Grace is a capable thief, but she's not the most seasoned getaway driver. Ethan swoops in for a save with a motorcycle, but he isn't letting Grace out of his sight again, breaking out the handcuffs. Ethan quickly realizes that this might not have been the best plan. Due to the awkward positioning of the handcuffs and Grace's inability to drive, Ethan spends most of the chase behind the wheel, one-handed.
Who is that person?
I have no idea.
They eventually trade in their doorless car for a tiny yellow Fiat. What the car lacks in size, it compensates for in speed, making for one of the franchise's funniest yet most heart-racing sequences.
Looks like we lost them.
Number 12, Chasing Ilsa, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Whoa. Are you okay to drive? A minute ago you were dead.
Though she's a syndicate operative, Ilsa Faust appears to be on the IMF side. She helps Hunt infiltrate an underwater tank and even saves his life before he can drown. However, as soon as he's conscious, she steals the flash drive and drives off. The resultant chase between the IMF and Faust brings mind-boggling car stunts to the big screen, including motorbikes, 4x4s, and driving through pedestrian streets. In addition to how action-packed it is, the scene engages viewers by making us examine Ilsa's moral complexity.
Oh, hey boys, what did I miss?
Number 11, Train Tunnel Fight, Mission Impossible. In one of the most famous scenes from the franchise, Ethan hangs onto a train in order to capture John Voight's Jim Phelps. During the chase, Hunt avoids getting hit by a passing train and being cut by the blades of a helicopter. This This scene is memorable not only because of the great odds that Hunt overcomes, but also because it appears in one of the first action movies to seamlessly blend CGI and live action. Number 10. Running on Rooftops. Mission Impossible Fallout. Henry Cavill practically steals the show as August Walker, or should we say John Lark. While the villain reveal isn't entirely surprising, the death of Secretary Alan Hunley is. This only elevates the rivalry between Hunt and Lark during a stimulating chase through London.
I am terribly sorry. Excuse me.
Everywhere Ethan turns, enemies are closing in on him. There's nowhere for Hunt to go but up. To the rooftop of a cathedral, that is.
Ethan, did you copy? Left, go left now. I'm working on it.
To catch up with Lark, Hunt must make several leaps of faith across various rooftops. Although Cruise saw this as one of the film's easier stunts, he wound up breaking his ankle on one take. Thankfully, Cruise's injury wasn't too serious. Despite Hunt's heroic efforts, Lark gets away, but not without making matters even more personal.
I'm her guardian angel, Hunt.
Number 9. Plane Ride. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Ethan, where are you? I'm by the plane. Benji, can you open the door?
Just when you think this franchise can't get any crazier, Rogue Nation brings us this insane opening scene. We learn that Hunt is trying to obtain a package from a cargo plane, so he jumps onto the aircraft in an attempt to break in. Benji Dunn has a little trouble opening the right door, however.
Benji, open that door right now!
Yeah, I'm trying.
By the time he figures it out, the plane is already in the air, with our hero hanging off the side of it. The audience waits in suspense as Hunt hangs on for dear life, and the moment is especially thrilling because of the danger the IMF agent is facing.
All right, look, I'm gonna open the power door. How's that?
With moments like this, it's difficult to believe, but also impressive to realize that Tom Cruise does so many of his own stunts. Number 8. Kremlin Infiltration. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
We're going into the Kremlin.
In order to infiltrate the Kremlin and obtain information, the IMF team comes up with one of the most creative strategies in the franchise. As they use the projection screen to sneak past the guard, the audience feels the tension because we all know that one mistake alone could get the team in serious trouble. And in that respect, Benji almost gets the team caught because he puts his face in front of the camera. But because they don't, the moment is hilarious instead. This winning combination of intelligence, humor, and very few sound effects makes this scene one of the most memorable in the franchise.
It's empty. The nest is empty.
Number 7. Saving Grace. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
It's my first time in Venice.
It's mine too.
Earning the impossible in the title, Hunt is told to choose between Ilsa and Grace. Hunt naturally refuses to play Gabriel's mind games, but some things are beyond even his control. As Hunt becomes engaged in a fierce standoff with the deadly Paris, Grace finds herself at Gabriel's mercy.
It's been a long time, friend.
Just when it appears Grace is a goner, Ilsa steps out of the shadows for a bold sword fight. Although Ilsa has gotten out of tight spots before, this is one mission she can't see to the end. Hunt finally arrives on the scene to find Grace spared, but it's too late for Ilsa. As heartbreaking as it is to see a fan favorite go, it serves as a harsh reminder that the stakes here are real. Number 6. Halo Jump. Mission Impossible Fallout. Remember when we mentioned that Cruise broke his ankle while shooting the rooftop scene in Fallout? Well, that didn't stop him from jumping out of an airplane traveling 165 miles an hour and falling 200 miles an hour at 25,000 feet. Oh, and he did this 106 times. Director Christopher McQuarrie would ultimately only use 3 of those takes, crafting a seamless sequence that makes the audience feel as if they're plummeting beside Cruise. Whether sitting in a movie theater or watching at home, this immersive set piece will have you clutching the arm of your chair in suspense and awe. The anxiety rises as Hunt loses altitude, culminating in one of cinema's most impressive feats of cinematography and stunts. Number 5. A Night at the Opera. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
Ben, did you see that?
See what?
A woman.
What woman? Where are you?
There's a gravitas to the action in these movies that almost feels operatic. So, it was only a matter of time before they incorporated opera into a set piece. With a performance of Turandot underway, the real show takes place behind the scenes as Hunt attempts to prevent an undercover Ilsa and syndicate agents from assassinating the Austrian chancellor. Matching the music exquisitely, the classy cinematography and theatrical staging make us feel the weight of Hunt's over-the-top circumstances. Hunt finds a clever way to prevent the hit, or at least stall it. We're far from the final curtain, as Ilsa teams with Hunt to make an escape, and thus marks the beginning of a captivating partnership that keeps us guessing every step of the way.
I have a way out. Interested?
Number 4. Infiltrating the Vault. Mission Impossible.
Krieger from here on in. Absolute silence.
In this scene, Hunt finds himself inside a vault to steal an important list. Even though Hunt has great skills, the stakes are raised even higher than usual since the vault in question, located in CIA headquarters, has head sensors, motion sensors, and pressure sensors. If that isn't intense enough, a rat shows up to complicate things. Viewers can't help but be entranced as Hunt completes his mission without fault. The action and intensity in this scene ultimately set the bar for future action scenes in the Mission Impossible film series, and leave us feeling breathless every time.
Oh my God.
Number 3. Motorcycle Jump on the Orient Express. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. The climax of Dead Reckoning Part 1 is gripping on several different levels. Hunt and Grace both find themselves in perilous positions. While Grace goes undercover as Alana Mitsopoulos, Hunt attempts to catch the train from a motorcycle, falling off a cliff. Cruise would perform over 500 skydives and 13,000 motorcycle jumps to prepare for this mind-blowing stunt. In addition to Cruise's safety, we're genuinely invested in the characters, with the dramatic stakes matching the physical stakes. Even after Hunt crashes into the train in one piece, the ride is just getting started. A final chase to stop the train takes our heroes through a tunnel and over the edge. Being Part 1, it's only appropriate that we get some literal cliffhangers. Number 2. Climbing the Burj Khalifa. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol.
Okay, now remember, it's a rolling off motion that disengages the bond.
Even with its 4th entry, this franchise scaled new heights. In Ghost Protocol, the IMF team heads to the Burj Khalifa for a mission. But after learning that access to the server room is limited, Hunt scales the Burj Khalifa. You know, the world's tallest artificial structure.
Where's Ethan? You gotta be kidding me.
Hunt has sticky gloves, but they malfunction and he has to use his bare hands. There are several things that make this scene unforgettable, like the jaw-dropping view of the skyscraper and the stunning height that the scene is filmed at. Most notable, though, is perhaps the knowledge that Tom Cruise performed the act himself. This stunt is as dangerous as it gets, and audiences really felt the danger as they watched Cruise hang on for dear life. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Helicopter Duel. Mission Impossible Fallout. Hanging from a helicopter is one thing. Learning to fly a helicopter is another level of superheroism. Before Before crews reported back to Top Gun, Hunt pulled off some jaw-dropping helicopter maneuvers in pursuit of Lark. As arresting as the action and stunts are, they don't distract from the heated rivalry at the scene's core. The Mission Impossible movies have given us some memorable villains, but Lark may be the most enjoyably slimy thanks to Cavill's charisma. This makes it all the more satisfying when a brutal crash leaves him with half a face. With a one-on-one fistfight against a hair-raising backdrop, Lark getting the hook, and a last-second save, this sequence had us on pins and needles until finally allowing the audience to breathe. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.